If you want a tag and registration for a car or truck, state law requires you to provide a valid driver's license. The law was put into place to safeguard against people using bogus identities to get on the roads. But a Channel 2 investigation found that law does not appear to be strictly enforced. Channel 2's Tom Regan live with what he's learned about this. Tom.
John, last month, one of our producers here bought this used Mazda van. It's not exactly a cream puff, but when we bought it, the salesman said for a few extra $100, he'd get us a title, a registration, and a brand new license plate with a tag, a sticker on the bottom. Did we need an official license to get all of this? No. The only identification we had was this make-believe license.
If someone wanted to buy an old van and make it untraceable to its owner for whatever reason, they probably wouldn't have much problem getting one. In our investigation, our bilingual producer went shopping for a used car at one of the many lots that line Buford Highway. We spotted this van, priced at $900, flashed some cash, and went for a spin. The woman showing us the van said we can get a license plate, title, and registration for $350, a pretty steep fee. Back at the shop, the owner closes the deal.
Give me your ID so I can do the paperwork first.
Our producer gives him over $1,000, and this card, it resembles a Mexican license with the word novelty clearly stamped on the bottom. Without taking a second look, he copies the card and then produces a temporary license plate.
We pay extra to get these. This sticker and the hologram and everything.
Okay.
This is state of Georgia, legal, no problem.
Okay.
We left with the van and a few days later picked up a brand new license plate and registration, all obtained by using a novelty ID card. I went back to the owner to ask him why he did what he did.
Well, you sold him the car and provided a license plate and registration with a novelty license. That's all he gave you.
The owner said he had done nothing wrong, and according to the Georgia Department of Revenue, he may be right. Under a law passed last year, drivers must present an official Georgia license when obtaining tags, and it's the county's job to make sure the identification to buy a car tag is legitimate.
But it is up to them to do it.
But some counties, like Fulton, are making exceptions for drivers with an out-of-state license or an international driving license. But should exceptions be made for something that looks like this?
Pretty disgraceful. I mean, you see the word novelty written in big, bold letters.
Georgia State Senator Chip Rogers sponsored the license plate law.
Well, what it suggests is that we have people working in tag offices, particularly in Fulton County, who really don't care at all about public safety.
Is that true? We wanted to ask Fulton County Tax Commissioner Arthur Ferdinand, but he declined to be interviewed.
Okay, so it's just a joke. I mean, that somebody could actually show an ID that clearly says novelty.
We showed our findings to Bart Graham, who heads the State Department of Revenue, which regulates license and tag applications. He believes there's no way a clerk could have mistaken this for a legitimate identification when issuing the license plate.
There was no attempt here, from what I can see, to do it the right way.
But should this license plate loophole also be flagged as a serious security risk? Georgia's Department of Homeland Security wouldn't comment.
And that law enforcement, when they see that tag on the back of a vehicle, they don't know that that person doesn't have insurance or that person may not have a driver's license.
Well, Chip Rogers says he plans to introduce legislation in the next session to tighten the requirements for obtaining a license plate and registration. He says he and others say the investigation we showed some serious flaws in the system.